All right, here we go. Hello everyone and welcome to the Doom Room. I'm your host Bobby and we are hanging with the Monuments in Ruin music community live. What we do here is bring songs into the room to either shoot for a 10 out of 10 score or they can live in infinite YouTube doom with a lower score. If you're watching live and wish to defend the band's honor, you can do so by posting your score and opinions in the comment section and the artist will know you went to bat for them, or you can choose to cut them where it hurts. These scores mean absolutely nothing in the real world and you should know we are simply goofing around and having fun on the internet. My name is Bobby and this is the Doom Room, and if you're not watching live, you can still post your scores and comments below and let the band know that you're out there. If you don't have your scorecard yet, you can also get that in the comment section. It looks something like this. And then you can follow along, rate, review, and while you're there, like and subscribe on the YouTube channel because why not, right? We're here to have fun. This episode is going to be gnarly on the death metal side. I picked 3 for 3. I thought that they were all death metal bands and I thought that we would just make it a theme. Why not, right? We haven't done an all death metal show. In fact, we haven't done an all everything show at all. So this is the first one of those. Here we go. What's first? First up, Vile Rites progressive death metal trio unveils Only Silence Follows from their Senescence full-length album out now on Carbonized Records. Having a look at the band. Look at that. Everybody really introspective, doing a little bit of everyone looks in a different direction. And then we have the album art here. Very nice and very nautical. I'm enjoying that. And we are going to listen to the song Only Silence Follows. This is the title track off of this. Once again, Vile Rites, Only Silence Follows off of their album Senescence, coming out on Carbonized Records. Here we go. Holy smokes. That was killer. Okay, so before I get into this, I want to say that was absolutely blistering. Okay, so here we go. Running down my personal score. Full point on production. I thought it sounded great. No problems there. A lot of cool stuff happening in there, and it was all very clearly delivered, even with so much activity happening. Vocal style, first of all, with the vocal death metal style, I was totally down with that to start with, but then I was like, as it kept going, all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, there's this other voice, which I really, really liked. If you're familiar with a band like Rake or something like that, they kind of had that style there at the end, and I was like, oh, is he going to do more of that? So if you're asking me, I would just kind of like to hear more of that for absolutely no other reason other than it's fun. Killer stuff there. Musical style. Death metal on board all day long. I thought that was super cool. Full point there. Rhythm section, I gave them a full point. Clearly, there was a lot of stuff going on there between the rhythm section and the band and the way it was all broke out. Killer bass riffs. So full point there. Creativity level, I love the way that the song kept kind of morphing into something else, and you would hear a new riff and a new passage. I might have probably shaved off about 30 to 40 seconds of it, but it was still so good that at the last 40 or so seconds, I was like, no, I think we should keep all of this. So very cool there on the creativity level. Wow factor. The first time that bass just did that crazy run, I was like, okay, they got me. That with the secondary vocal that came in, and I liked that secondary vocal style so much. Gave them a half a point on the wow factor. Again, the musical arc, like I said, I'd probably maybe shave just a few seconds off of it for longevity to tighten it up, but no problem there. So that's just me being a dummy for wanting to say play it that way. And then you've got the big riff. Packed full of big riffs. Full points all around. At first, I gave them half a one for the bass line, and then I was like, nope, I'm giving them all for the bass line. Then I heard the guitar solo, had the big riff in there, and it just, the whole impact, big drum things. They probably could have got like 3 big riff points if I was allowed to give them out. Tell a friend. I would absolutely tell all of my friends that are into death metal about this, and some that are not, just because I think it's that good. And then I gave them a half a point on the special point because, dang it, it was that good. It really was that good. I'm thoroughly impressed. Great job on that, guys. Once again, that was Vile Rites with the track Only Silence Follows, and that's coming out on Carbonized Records. Did I say what date that was coming out? I can't remember, but anyway, one way or another, that gives them a total of 9. Carbonized Records, Vile Rites. That track was called Only Silence Follows, and that's off of their album Senescence. So there you go. Totally impressed. Knocked my hair back, if you might say it. Good stuff all around, gang, and great. Thankfully, we pulled that one out of the archive here to check out together. Okay, what's next? Coming up next, Phenocryst. Off of the Cremation Pyre album. This is coming out, or is out now, August 30th on Blood Harvest Records. Blood Harvest Records is proud to present Phenocryst, or maybe it's Phenocryst or Phenocryst, or I'm not sure. Highly anticipated debut album Cremation Pyre on CD, vinyl, LP, and cassette tape formats. That's right, they are from Portugal. Here's a little check of that band photo. Goodness gracious, thank goodness they didn't have to carry all of their equipment up there to take that photo. There they are, Phenocryst. I'm going to say Phenocryst. Anyway, and then here is the album art looking good. Cremation Pyre. The track that we are going to listen to is called Pinnacle of Death. Here we go. blistering, and awesome. That was killer. Another killer on the table for sure. Production full point all around there. I really felt like the way they pulled that together, that was like the sound of a death metal album in my opinion. It kind of had a little bit of a classic death metal production. I thought that was great. Vocal style, classic death vocals, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I could listen to those vocals all day long on any death metal album that I listen to. Totally cool with that. Musical style, it was just great. There was a lot of cool stuff that they were doing in there that was different. A lot of ways they changed it up as they went. So I gave them, as far as music style, a classic death, and I liked the little flares that they put in there. So I gave them a full point there. Rhythm section, I gave them a half a point because it was clear that they had the chops and they had the stuff, but there was nothing that they really broke off separately and did on their own. So I gave them a half a point just because I liked the skill level of it, but nothing that they did independently. Creativity level, I liked the little what would you say, the herbs and spices they threw in there. I like the way they created as they went. There was a lot of cool stuff, like with the big riff that happened in there, which I'm giving myself away. There's a big riff coming, but I liked the way that they broke into the big riff. I thought it was a creative way of doing that big long riff, which was a wow factor. I was like, oh man, this is cool. And then there's like this little spacey kind of a thing that happened there, so I gave them a half a point on a wow factor. Musical arc, from beginning to end, I was on board. I was tuning in. I was leaning in a little bit. Gave them a full point there. Big riff. They had the big riff, which was that long, I don't know how to describe it, but it was a long passage of riff. And I was just like, wow, I like the way they did that. Totally captivating. So they got a full point there. Full point on the Tell a Friend, because I would tell anybody that's into death metal and a few that aren't. And then just because I liked it so much, I gave them a half a point on the special point. That's 2 for 2 that got a half a point on the special point. I must be in a death metal on fire style tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that comes up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That comes up to an 8 out of 10. Once again, that was Phenocryst. Phenocryst with the track, what did I say? Pinnacle of Death, off of the album Cremation Pyre, coming out, or is out now, August 30th, 2024 on Blood Harvest Records. So run out and grab that. Killer stuff. Okay, what's next? Coming up next, God Dethroned reveal final song, The Hanged Man, off of their new album, The Judas Paradox, due out September 6th, and this is coming out on Reigning Phoenix Music. Let's have a look at these guys. Look at that! Standard vampire attire. I'm telling you right now, God Dethroned. There you go. Look at them. Read them and weep, folks. And here is that album cover. Very, very creepy and cool stuff. Once again, this track is called The Hanged Man. Here we go.
Self
There you go. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Classic death metal. Seen God Dethroned years ago. They deliver live. If you've never seen them in a live environment, I highly recommend it. They were brutal and great. Okay, so here's my breakdown. Production, I gave them 1 full point on production. It sounded great. Vocal style, I only gave them half on that. Not really a big fan of that style of death metal vocal. I feel like it's I don't know, it's just not for me. It's still cool, but it's not for me. Music style, I gave them a full point on that. Classic death metal, they sounded great. Rhythm section, I gave them a half a point because clearly the rhythm section is pulling their weight, but there was nothing that broke off separately where they were independently doing their own thing, so they got half a point there. I didn't give them any points on the creativity level. It was straight down the line death metal, which is great with me, but it didn't push anything. I did give them a half a point on the wow factor though, because I like the way that they broke out the there was like that little keyboard kind of, or maybe it was a EBO or something that they broke in there. I thought it was cool that they put that in. It's just a nice touch. So I gave them a half a point on the wow. Musical arc, I probably, again, with this one could have shaved off that last 15 seconds personally, but it was still killer. So I gave them a full point on the musical arc. The big riff, I gave him a full point there. There was the big riff, and I felt like it was that really thrashy dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I don't know. I liked it anyway. I felt like it deserved the big riff. It reminded me of some classic thrash. And then the Tell a Friend, I gave him a half a point on the Tell a Friend, not because I don't have friends that listen to that style of death metal, but specifically for the voice. I know a lot of people that would probably be turned off by that, but then I know some people that would be like, dude, give me more. So there you go. Half a point on the Tell a Friend, and then nothing on a special point. That gives them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get a 6 out of 10 on that one. Once again, that is God Dethroned, the Hanged Man on Reigning Phoenix Music, getting a 6 out of 10. Great score, great tune. Absolute classic death metal. So there you go. Another episode of the Doom Room is complete. Thank you for tuning in this far. If you haven't done so yet, please post your comments below. Let us know what you score these as, and reach out to the bands and let them know that you heard them here. Pick up these records and support the bands, support the labels. And I will talk to you again on the next episode. That's it. Take care.